Today, we're diving into ComplyFlow AI. It's a platform that's really designed to tackle one of the biggest, most universal headaches in business, the constant manual grind of enforcing policies and approving documents. Let's see how it works. I mean, just think about your own organization. Every single day, you're just flooded with documents, right? Expense reports, vendor contracts, wire transfers, the list just goes on. And every single one of them needs to be checked. And that's really the heart of the problem, isn't it? Each one of those documents carries some kind of potential risk. The issue is that having people manually review every single one is a massive bottleneck. It is painfully slow, it's wide open to human error, and let's be honest, it just doesn't scale as you grow. So let's break down exactly why this manual process creates such a huge headache for businesses. It really all comes down to a few key, very painful points. You see, it's this cascade of problems. First, it is just incredibly slow. You've got documents sitting in queues for days, sometimes longer. This slowness leads to inconsistency, where what one officer approves, another might totally flag based on their interpretation. On top of all that, it's error-prone. People get tired, and it's incredibly expensive. And as the company gets bigger, well, you just can't hire people fast enough to keep up. Okay, so this is where ComplyFlow AI comes into the picture. But here's the thing. Instead of thinking of it as just another piece of software, it's way more helpful to frame it as a dedicated, expert team of agents. Seriously, just imagine a team of 3 hyper-efficient compliance officers. They work 24/7, they never get tired, they make perfectly consistent decisions every single time, and they process every document in a matter of seconds. That's the core idea here. So how does this AI team actually operate? Well, it's a 3-stage process. First up, you have the policy agent. Think of this one as the investigator, meticulously analyzing the document for any and all violations. Then, the risk agent steps in, becoming the analyst, calculating a really precise risk score. And finally, the workflow agent is the decision maker, deciding whether to approve it, flag it for a human to look at, or escalate it immediately. All right, now let's go a level deeper and really look under the hood. We're going to follow a document's journey from the moment it's submitted all the way to that final decision. It all happens in 5 totally seamless steps. It kicks off when a user submits a document. The system then instantly retrieves the most relevant policies for that specific document. After that, you see our team in action. The policy agent analyzes for violations, the risk agent scores the danger level, and finally, the workflow agent makes the call. It's a completely automated pipeline from start to finish. Now, that retrieve step is powered by some really cool tech. It uses what's called a vector database, which lets the AI understand the meaning and context of your policies, not just basic keywords. This is exactly how it knows that air travel in a policy document is related to flight expenses on a report. It gets the intent. And this table shows us the final crucial step. You see, that risk score isn't just a number, it directly drives a specific action. If it's low risk, it's automatically approved, done. If it's medium risk, it gets flagged for a human expert to take a closer look. And if it's high risk, well, that's immediately escalated to management, no questions asked. Okay, so that's the how. But what about the so what? I mean, what's the real world impact? Let's look at the measurable results this kind of automation can actually deliver. The difference is, well, it's pretty stark. We're going from days to process a single document down to under 5 seconds. From inconsistent human decisions to perfectly consistent AI. And from huge operational costs to a staggering 60 to 80% time savings for compliance teams. Let that sink in. Under 5 seconds. That's the total time it takes for a document to go from submission to a fully analyzed, risk-scored, and routed decision. It's incredible. All right, let's walk through a super simple compliant expense report. All the costs are perfectly within policy limits, the AI analyzes it, finds 0 violations, gives it a super low risk score of 5, and boom, approved automatically in 3 seconds. Done. Next. Okay, now for a more complex case. A report comes in with an unauthorized business class flight, and the meals are over the limit. The AI finds 3 distinct violations, calculates a medium risk score of 55, and immediately flags it for a human compliance officer to review. And here's where it gets absolutely critical. A large $250,000 wire transfer to an offshore account without the required CEO approval. This is a massive red flag. The system identifies the critical violation, assigns a high risk score of 85, and immediately escalates it, halting the process and alerting management. This is literally how you prevent major fraud. So when you put all of this together, it creates a completely new kind of strategic advantage for any organization that has to deal with the realities of compliance. So the core advantages become crystal clear. You get unbelievable speed and accuracy and comprehensive coverage across more than 10 policy areas all at once. The AI is fully explainable, so there are no black box decisions you can't understand. And maybe best of all, it's all designed for super easy integration into the systems you already use. Ultimately, this reframes the entire goal of what compliance should be. It's about transforming compliance from something that slows the business down into something that actually helps it move faster and safer.